one. Let me just put this stuff away because I don't. I tried to do some stuff, did not work out. Real stuff up in this room. Anyways, let's start this. So, I have built my little prototype. You can change it from different settings, modes, from using this one. Now, I would have used some from a clock here, except it would need to stop after about 5. Since this can only hold about 5, and yeah, you can probably see why it didn't work. Anyways, each one of these holds a different block that it can use for, you know, music and stuff. And over here is the actual thing for it. So let me just get this started. Yep, so I'm going to turn this off real quick so it doesn't get too noisy or laggy. Yep. So as you can see, I've been working on redstone for a while. So this one could be like ding, ding, ding. This can be like the back, up, base, I don't know. That's how I would do it if I ever built one of these in survival, which I probably could. Like, if you guys want to check out me doing stuff like that, you can check out Nerdcraft. But, anyways, I'm going to run a full cycle. Okay, so I put this up. Okay. Okay, it's working, but it's kind of slow. That's the only problem with this. So, I usually use a piston, except since that takes up a lot of energy, well not energy, but it lags a lot, so, you know, I don't like using pistons. And, what can you do sometimes? Yep, so I don't like using pistons purely because it lags a lot. But if I put, well not because it lags a lot, because there's a lot of energy and it lags once you have enough on here. And I already been using Spoil for some stuff, shoot. Anyways, I can activate one of these. So, the hard part in the middle. Usually I would hook up one of these to a back wire, except that would require me going over here and rewiring this, shoot my grammar, from here to, maybe I could go like back over here, since this still needs to sense up, so basically on a horizontal one, you're trying to get each one of these to push similar to how you got one to push on the flat one. And that's a problem sometimes. So, dun. And then, same thing here. I think I want to kind of repeat this. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying okie but I am saying okie. Okay. I'm not going to do anything, because there's no sticky pistons. So, I guess I can, oh, shoot. Nice. So, put this over here, and put this one over here. So now I can go over here and put this. Okay, so it's kind of repetitive now. Until it gets to a point where it stops for alright. No, it shouldn't really be stopping like that. Since there's about one in between them. I told you there's 2 in between them, so I'm gonna have to rewire that. Yeah, I'm rewiring. Once again with my words. Okay, so we got that. If this goes over here. Okay, so what do I want to use this for? Is a question I'm just going to answer right now. I don't really know. I just do this stuff for fun. Put this over here, and I don't know if this would be a good idea, but I'm just going to put this over here, put this over here. Yes, my words sensing. If I do that, then this one would need to be on. So I'm just going to replace this with that, and I'm going to go over here. And that's what I was afraid of. However, look no further than the fact that it doesn't really matter because it just recoils. Or redoes. Anyways. Okay, they're going. I'm thinking about putting this in like a base. Yep, so it restarts. I'm thinking about putting this in like a base. The design is relatively cheap. I say relatively cheap because it's not really that cheap to build. You have a whole bunch of copper bowls, but copper bowls are like not that expensive, and I'm probably just wasting a whole bunch of time working on music. So done. So it starts from over here. So done. So it goes like over here. Just it's 2. This is supposed to be 2, but it doesn't. So probably just gonna put this over here and put this over here. Put this over here. Put this over here. Voila. So it goes like done. Done. Maybe like done. The thing about music like this is that it's kind of hard to program. But it moves a lot smoother than it would on Bedrock Edition. Nope. I could do it like, so it's not, okay, so it's already laggy, which makes sense, but I want to make sure that it's not going to interfere with anything. So it's over here, this one's over here, then the music needs to be away from this, so every time there's a cut inside of the circuit, it can make a simple noise and turn on and turn off, so that the noise is not tolerable. What was I going for here? Okay, so let me just, let's just look. No, I have no idea what I was doing here. One of the worst parts about rewiring Redstone, that like this, like I'm the only person I think who can relate to wiring a Copperbolt H hard drive. Just be real honest here. Since this is technically a hard drive, and by technically I mean it kind of is. Not gonna lie. So we have this over here, and now I just need to replace this. So this over here. But I always had the idea that a Minecraft hard drive would be so cool, but no one ever used it. So I was like, shoot, should I do it? Someone already did it, so I don't know if I should upload the video. Years later, here I am, uploading my little video about this. I feel like this one would just be good for a blank. So let's test this baby out. Okay. Nice. Nice. I'm moving around a lot because I don't really have a chair for my setup. Okay. Nice. So, let's test out this ability, shall we? I know you want to. Okay, so if I move this one around, how did this one get stuck? Oh shoot. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully it doesn't sound too funky. Yo, this sounds good. Sorry for spinning into the camera. Oh, dang it. No. Okay, so the problem with this is that quasi connectivity. I forgot that I put that's not a problem anymore. Turns out this has a slight, very big benefit. You can turn off this one by, oh shoot. Oh, dang it. No, what did I do? Oh my goodness. These are still up for some reason, and the reason why is because it's connecting by this. And there's nothing I can do to stop that. Unless I go over here and manually turn on this thing. And then turn it off. So I'm gonna have to do what every 1970s engineer does. Even though I'm like 2026, that's like 50 years ago. Dang, people getting old. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do what a bunch of them did and make a sort of system if I'm gonna make this automatic, because that is a possibility. I'm gonna probably name this Redstone Mayhem. Make a little short, YouTube short. Haha, how nice. Or maybe just and my couple HDD. So we have this one working out, and I'm going to finish, maybe go around here 2 laps, because it gets the image of the base. So now I have this over here. If you were to do this side of survival world, like, first of all, your base would have to fit this in here, and then you would have to move a lever over there and one for a switch, including a piston to turn off the loop, because the timer can do that. Well, it can stay on for a long time, and there's ways to do it, but it's kind of expensive and takes up space, a little time consuming. Anyways, this little computer is quite interesting, and it's starting to rain. My frames are not like that. Yeah, it's probably choppy to you guys, but alright, shoot. Dang it. Forgot to turn it on. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, then like and subscribe. Oh, hey, that's something. See you. Okay, everyone. So, let me show you guys the difference between flat hard drive in Minecraft and, I guess, 3D? I don't know. So the flat hard drive can contain, it's really compact. One of the first ones that I made so far. And the idea is that it's like a coil. Now a coil is good if you want to store information going this way, which most people probably will think, oh, that's not much. Trust me, it can do a lot, because when you're doing information this way to this way, not like a normal redstone circuit where, let me see, basically get this, that. Not like a normal redstone circuit where someone could go like this, and then turn this one on, and then have something else like this on a computer, and turn this one off, and it's still on. That's not how that works. You see, when it comes down to this, these are on constantly, first of all. Second of all, you can't just send information from the back area. You have to send information for one, which is semi-inefficient unless you're doing it 4 by a time, at a time, which is still about the same amount of time. So, how exactly do you get around this? Vertical. The problem with vertical, takes up a lot more space. Yes, I've been working with this since it came out. It's like copper bulbs. Anyways, see this one over here? It goes up, goes down, does a whole bunch of stuff. Look at the moon. Now look back, and bam, you see. The idea is actually kind of complicated to explain. Just imagine this, but it's facing upright, and I could show you a world recording of it, because I actually did do this a lot. But anyways, you can stack these on top of each other, which is why I love using this design. Not this design, actually that design, since you can stack it next to each other. That's also why I call it coils. This design, it literally just spins around a disc over and over again, and then it goes over here, shoots up a signal, and this was supposed to be a music thing I made, but I forgot how redstone works in this version. Actually, it does sound pretty cool, though. Let me just give this a little whirl. Turn this on. And then turn... Connect this, hook this up. Yeah, so... Why did I just decide to not work? For here. It's not. Okay, well, this is quite odd, but you get the point. So basically, redstone doesn't exactly work as. Work as you may want it to sometimes. And that's the entire reason why I made this hard drive, because I wanted to test out the limitations of computers. Because this is able to contain a whole bunch smaller stuff than everything, and understanding how redstoners use this, I was thinking, if someone could build like a 128 by 128 of these, you pretty much would have like real life storage capabilities in Minecraft without having to put it all onto ROM or RAM. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. However, it never really took any traction. Also, I'm just gonna turn this one off so for lag reasons. But yep, simple design, vertical, upright, and this one down, little riveting on that. So yeah, yep.